Voting still remains the most important business of the world. It engages the hearts and minds of more people and calls for higher qualities than any other occupation. Each woman faces it single-handed. She must know how to cook, know food. She must know how to set her table attractively. She must know how to make her home comfortable and inviting. She must know the worth of labor-saving devices and how best to conserve her time and energy. She must know clothes, how to buy, and how to make them. She must face death to bring children into the world. She must raise them, care for them, and pilot them safely to the threshold of manhood and womanhood.
Although women were and are capable of all the same things as men, they were not treated the same. Women were expected to follow the same path as all the other women, which was to marry, have children, and stay home to cook and clean while the husband worked. Because of those restricting acts, the feminist movement began.
In the crossfire tonight, Elise Hope, the president of NARAL Pro-Choice America, and Lila Rhodes, president of Live Action, an anti-abortion group. Lila, just last year, 22 states enacted stricter abortion laws, and we're seeing, because of those laws in places like Texas, more and more women are choosing to self-abort. They're turning to self-abort as a resort because there is no more access to safe and legal abortion in the state, or limited. Don't you feel that your positions, your extreme positions, are just forcing women toward these more dangerous options?
I think that, Sally, we should dare to have a better view for America and our women by saying we shouldn't believe and have to think that women need abortion and that we have to kill our children to achieve the dreams and the careers and families that we want. I think we can do better than that as a society. I think women deserve better. I think we should fight at the community level for programs that are positive, that help women if they're single mothers. We should improve the foster care system. We should improve the adoption system so that we can welcome children to this country instead of seeing them as a threat and killing them by the thousands each day.
That's not valid. Can you answer that question specifically, which is, for the women who still do choose abortion, restricting their option just leads them to more dangerous choices?
And why are they in that position, Sally? Why are they in the position to feel like abortion's their only option? Could it be because a boss didn't want to promote them? Because a boyfriend was going to leave them? A university professor said, we're not going to be flexible with our class schedule? Let's look at the reasons and let's address those reasons, but let's not turn to killing, dismembering, poisoning. Let's not turn to killing our littlest Americans as a solution to these problems.
The two people I know, actually, they had abortions after it was made lawful.
Oh, okay.
So, before I got married, people I knew, girls would talk about, oh gosh, I hope I don't get pregnant.
Yeah.
And things like that. But I don't think we really talked about abortion because of the fact that you couldn't get an abortion, and if you did, it was undercover, and you might die because you weren't taken care of properly and all that sort of thing. But
the feminist movement began to become more pronounced around 1848, beginning at the Seneca Falls Convention. This became a widespread movement where women began to express their views more widely to push for results. Such results were Planned Parenthood and the progression of abortion movements. Anthony Comstock criminalized the act of publication, distribution, and possession of information about or devices or medications for unlawful abortion or contraception. Those who were convicted of violating the Comstock Act could receive up to 5 years of imprisonment with hard labor and a fine of up to $2,000.
The only thing I can, as I think back, was that I knew a couple of girls who had abortions.
Oh, yeah.
And, but that was kind of a hush hush-hush thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that people just talked about out in the open, like, and that was later when you could have an abortion.
Oh, yeah.
This to a friend, Mrs. Sanger, you said, "Where is the man to give me what the movement gives in joy and interest and freedom?" Now, what was this joy, this freedom that you craved?
Well, I don't remember that letter, who it was written, but I think that it was not a question of marriage at all. There was a certain satisfaction in doing something that was going to alleviate the sufferings of women in particular, and I was quite a feminist at the time.
Obviously.
And yes, and I naturally didn't want to see women take all the suffering of childbearing and of pregnancies.
Margaret Sanger was the most well-known to advocate for the rights of women's reproductive health. After continuous pushes for the end of the Comstock Law and the introduction of an oral contraception, birth control, she got her way in 1960 when the FDA released the first birth control pill, and in 1973 when abortions were also made legal.
No, dear, it is not wrong, because this feeling can grow into a love that will last. It's the way happy marriages are built. But Mary, if these strong feelings lead you into behaving unwisely, well, the outcome can be guilt and frustration. And these are the things that can spoil the chance of your finding the very love that you're looking for.
Even though it was made legal to get abortions and take birth control, it was and is still not widely accepted today. However, movements, rallies, and organizations have become more common in supporting these new ideas and philosophies. An example of a strengthening organization to promote reproductive health is Planned Parenthood, which was started in 1916 by Margaret Sanger and has increased rapidly in importance over time.
Yeah, because they help girls to not to get pregnant. And then they advise them if they do get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't do a lot of good.
Yeah.
You can't just I was just saying that you can't just cross the board and say they're no good.
Yeah.
In the end, although the feminist movement has grown immensely successful in many aspects, Planned Parenthood and abortion rights are a hot topic of conflict still throughout the nation. Many steps have been made to make women's reproductive health safe, but the issue lies in how far the safety goes. Disagreements have been spurred and will continue to become more of an evolutionary debate over time.